The world is a dangerous place. From the drug-fueled violence in Mexico to the instability of the Middle East, governments are increasingly turning to private military contractors or PMCs. These modern-day mercenaries offer a range of services. Blackwater, now known as Academy, is one of the most notorious. Founded by former Navy SEAL Eric Prince, Blackwater rose to prominence during the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Its heavily armed contractors provided security for U.S. diplomats. But the company's involvement was not without controversy. Critics accuse Blackwater of operating with impunity. The lines between legitimate security operations and mercenary activity blurred, raising troubling questions about accountability and the use of force. At the heart of Blackwater's success in South America was its intelligence-gathering apparatus. The company recruited former intelligence officers from the CIA, DEA, and other agencies, bringing a wealth of experience and expertise to the fight against trafficking networks. These operatives deployed a sophisticated array of surveillance technologies, from drones to satellite imagery, to track the movements of drugs and the people who moved them. They infiltrated cartels, recruited informants, and built a detailed picture of the narcotics trade. Blackwater's intelligence operations were not limited to traditional methods. The company was also a pioneer in the use of signals intelligence, or SIGINT, intercepting phone calls, emails, and other communications to track the activities of cartels. This information was invaluable to law enforcement agencies, allowing them to target their operations more effectively and dismantle trafficking networks. But the company's intelligence-gathering activities also raised concerns about privacy and the potential for abuse. Critics argued that Blackwater's operations lacked oversight and that the company was operating in a legal gray area. Blackwater's intelligence analysts produced detailed reports on the structure and operations of trafficking organizations, identifying key players, routes, and methods of operation. This information was shared with local law enforcement agencies, often leading to high-profile arrests and seizures of drugs and weapons. Blackwater's involvement in South America went beyond gathering intelligence. The company also played a key role in training local security forces to combat trafficking networks. Blackwater's instructors, many of them battle-hardened veterans of Iraq and Afghanistan, brought a wealth of experience to the classroom. They taught local police and military units advanced combat tactics, weapons handling, and intelligence gathering. The training programs were often grueling, pushing recruits to their physical and mental limits. Blackwater's trainers instilled in their students a warrior ethos, emphasizing aggression and the willingness to use lethal force. While some praised the effectiveness of Blackwater's training, others worried about the company's influence on local forces. There were concerns that Blackwater's training was creating a more militarized approach to law enforcement, with the potential for human rights abuses. Blackwater also provided training in specialized areas, such as counter-narcotics operations and hostage rescue. The company's goal was to create elite units capable of taking on the most dangerous trafficking organizations. In some cases, Blackwater's training programs were directly funded by the U.S. government, which saw the company as a valuable partner in the war on drugs. Section 4. Beyond boots on the ground, Blackwater's logistical web. Blackwater's reach in South America extended far beyond its training camps and intelligence centers. The company's logistical expertise was crucial in supporting counter-trafficking operations in remote and challenging environments. Blackwater operated its own fleet of aircraft, including helicopters and transport planes, which were used to ferry troops, equipment, and supplies to remote jungle bases. The company also provided secure communications networks, ensuring that sensitive information could be shared quickly and securely. Blackwater's logistics teams were adept at operating in austere environments, often working alongside local partners to overcome logistical challenges. This logistical support was essential in enabling counter-trafficking operations to reach deep into cartel territory. Blackwater's work in South America was not limited to supporting government operations. The company also provided security services to private companies operating in the region, such as mining and energy firms. These companies often faced threats from criminal gangs and insurgents, and Blackwater's heavily armed contractors provided a reassuring presence. Section 5. Blackwater's legacy, effectiveness, and controversy. Blackwater's involvement in South America was a double-edged sword. They disrupted trafficking networks and brought down powerful criminals. Their intelligence and training strengthened local security forces. Operating in high-risk areas made them valuable. However, their operations were controversial. Accusations of lack of transparency and accountability arose. Allegations included human rights abuses. The use of PMCs in law enforcement raised concerns. The debate over Blackwater's legacy continues. PMCs provide valuable services but raise ethical questions. Governments must ensure PMCs are accountable. Blackwater's story is a cautionary tale. The role of PMCs will remain a subject of debate.